Hello, this is Jason with my 9-year-old son Josh in the train room, and we're real excited today because we just received in the mail a brand new Scaletrains Rivet counter SD40-2 in BN paint. This is my first Scaletrains locomotive, my first sound locomotive, so this is real exciting for me. This is a beautiful locomotive. I won't show the unboxing. There's a few other individuals that have fine videos showing the unboxing, and they've done actually some really great reviews, so I'm going to try to keep this fairly limited and not completely copycat those. I just kind of wanted to point out some of what I saw compared to some of the videos that I've seen out there for other folks that received this locomotive. So again, beautiful locomotive, very highly detailed. Taking a look at the right side of the locomotive, the handrails look real good. You can see a little bit of fine flakes here, just here, like things. They're very brief, and you can actually barely see them. I can't really see them. I have really good eyesight, and I can't see them from you know, just sitting here a couple of feet away. I think you can see one of them on the camera, just kind of a little bit of flashing hanging off the handrails, but looks good to me overall. The handrails are not bent, they're not wavy, they're all inserted. The stanchions are inserted into the frame, so handrails look real good. The sun visors look real good. They look both, you can't see the left side, but the right and the left are kind of uniformly bent at about the same angle. Truck detail looks real good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top of the model. So this is the top of the model, and apologize, this is going to be a little bit shaky because I actually have to hold the camera. Just wanted to point out, again, to reiterate, the handrails look nice and straight, not bent, not wavy that I can see. Also, there was a video out there showing some concerns about paint bleeding behind the dynamic brake blister. None of that cascade green is showing up here on my unit. Also, there was some concern about in another review about maybe some paint masking issues around the rotary beacon and around the number boards. I don't appear to have those issues. It looks real clean. Also, there was one gentleman that actually had the one review that I saw on the BN unit specifically, of which I've only seen one. This would be the second one that I'm aware of. But he had on his, you could see, I don't remember if it was on the front of the long hood or the short hood, but he had some white, I believe it was some white showing through that was contrasting with the black walkway. I don't see that on my unit on the short hood or the long hood. So again, masking and the paint looks real good. My particular unit does not have, I've got the rotary beacon, so I do not have ditch lights as some of the SD40 units in Norfolk and Southern have. So I don't have any issues with ditch lights. There was some folks that pointed out they had some quality issues with the ditch lights, but I don't have any. My rotary beacon looks good. Again, the no paint issues around that. I'm going to go ahead and turn the locomotive around. We'll look at the left side. By the way, the fan detail is just wonderful looking. So here's the left side of the locomotive. Again, the detail looks just exquisite. I don't see really any flashing issues on these handrails. Handrails are straight. Stanchions are all in the frame. No flag on this particular unit. You can see also that this unit is offered in 4 road numbers, 2 of an earlier phase, as I understand it, and 2 of a later phase. So this is part of the later phase, and you can kind of tell visually the difference there. It's got a flat top rotary beacon. I forget the model number. I don't memorize that kind of stuff. And it's also got the handbrake is the lever type, whereas the earlier phase would have a brake wheel, and the rotary beacon on the top is kind of rounded. Again, neither of the phases for the 4 road numbers for this particular BN unit have no ditch lights. Although it's kind of interesting, when I looked at some prototype photos of this actual road number, which is 7068, the photos must have been taken after the locomotive was modernized, because ditch lights had been added to the front, and also these class lights that you can see here. Although they're operational at this particular time of delivery for this locomotive, the photos that I saw online, these class lights have been removed, and looks like they kind of have Bondo patch jobs on the front. I don't even think they're painted correctly, they're just kind of black. Let's see, what else? So I think every video that I've looked at mentioned the sanding lines, issues with those. I have that issue as well. I'm not going to browbeat that to death. I'm going to leave them as is. They're clicking when it's going around the corner, but it's not causing derailments. I'm not going to cut them off prematurely. I'm going to wait and kind of see what the rest of the community comes up with for ideas on what we can do with those, or perhaps Scaletrains will chime in and offer some advice on what we can do about that. But for now, I'm just going to leave them as is. They're just a little bit little noisy, but not driving me nuts yet. One other thing that I forgot to mention when we were looking at the right side of the locomotive, this particular locomotive, I believe, had a black control stand in the cab on the other side. And I could have sworn that one of the Norfolk and Southern video reviews that I looked at had, I want to say the control stand was green there, but that's not good, bad, or indifferent, it's just different. This particular unit also, unlike the Norfolk and Southerns, does not have the end of train device, that yellow end of train device holder hanging off the trucks. Wasn't on these units apparently. But again, overall, visually beautiful looking unit. I believe these windows slide. Let's try. Oh. So these windows slide back and forth. You need to get a little air in there. You can see the firecracker antenna on the top. I'm going to try to handle this locomotive very carefully, because these firecracker antennas are very vulnerable to bending. One thing I'll mention on the packaging, I didn't show the unboxing, unnecessary, other people have done that, but the folks that got the Norfolk and Southern unit got a nice, looked like a frameable photo of a Norfolk and Southern SD40-2. I did not get a photo in mine of a BN unit. All I got was the instruction manual and a catalog to order more locomotives and cars from Scaletrains. So I thought perhaps Scaletrains might have been consistent in delivering photos in the box, but I didn't see one. So I was kind of looking forward to one, but I guess that's not gonna prevent me from buying future locomotives or rolling stock from Scaletrains. I mean, for me, it's more about the model, not necessarily the photos. We can find those all day on the internet, but I was kind of looking forward to, as part of this package, pulling that photo out and maybe hanging it up and framing it in the train room. So let's go ahead and I'm going to stop this video, and I'll get my son here to start doing we'll do the sound test. All right. All right. So now I'll have my son Josh go ahead and take the controls on the Digitrax throttle, and we'll have him start it up. So Josh, you don't have to hit the function key, just hit 8. 8 is to start it up. You see the number boards lit up. And it's alive. So we can hear it's on high idle right now. We can change that to low idle with function 4, so hit 4. So now we're down to a low idle. let's try some of the lights. Hit Josh hit 0 for the headlight. Okay, so the headlights are on. Why don't you try to dim them, Josh? Let's see. Is that no? What was the dimmer? Oh, function 12. You got a 12 on there? So why don't you hit the 12? Let's see if you can see that. Okay, hit 12 again. So I'm not sure if you picked that up on the camera. It's you can barely see it, but the headlights do dim. Let's go ahead and turn on the classification lights, and those toggle 4 different ways. So that's function 5. So the first toggle is a white light, which I understand indicates extra. Hit 5 again, Josh. And the next color is green, which indicates, I believe, is a normal scheduled train in the timetable. I'll hit 5 again. Then we got red, which I understand indicates it's the rear of the train, so perhaps if this is a pusher, I believe is how that works. And then hitting function 5 again will turn them off. Let's see, let's try the bell. 1. Got a bell, and how about the horn? Alright. Go ahead and turn the bell off. How about the rotary beacon? That's 7. So got a rotary beacon up top, in lieu of, I guess, ditch lights. Alright. So why don't you go ahead and, which direction are we going to go? Why don't we go backwards? And go ahead to notch 10. Let's try it now. Oh, you might be on to something, Josh.
Yep.
And there we go. Let's notch 10. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull it forward. Let's try notch 1. This thing crawls real good. One thing I really like is that you can hear the, I believe it's the individual locomotive brake, the independent brake. You can hear that thing, the air hissing every time we stop and start. So you can see that it crawls real nice. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop it. One other thing that's kind of cool with this particular decoder, the LokSound version 4, is that we can hit the F9 and use this drive hold function, so we can throttle up. If I hit function 9, throttle up to maybe notch 2, and it stays in place until I press F9 again and release. So you can kind of simulate pulling a long train. Conversely, we can also, I'll go ahead and reverse it now. We can say go to notch 2. We can go to notch 2, throttle up, and then hit F9, and throttle down, but the train still moves until we hit 9 again. and then it goes ahead and stops. So that's that drive hold function, which I think is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and shut it down. Josh, why don't you hit the 8 to power it down. There it goes. Like the other reviews pointed out, this LokSound decoder has a built-in Keepalive. So this is the first locomotive that I've got that's got a Keepalive, and I think that's actually a really cool idea. I've never really thought much of it before. But the usefulness and functionality to kind of enhance layout operations, you know, for going over dirty track or maybe some, you know, from unpowered frogs or things like that, it keeps the train moving for about 2 seconds. So I think that's going to be really helpful. It's not a license to not clean the track, but I generally try to do that. But you know, if it's going to prevent stops and stutters and pauses and things like that, I really like that idea. So overall, love this locomotive. We'll probably buy more from Scaletrains.com, and so thanks for watching.